Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Portsmouth Square. I'm Ban Yi, Director of Sustainable Streets with the SFMTA. Once again, we're very pleased to be the lead agency in sponsoring the Sunday Streets program for 2011. It's one of a series of very healthy and family-friendly events to take place in San Francisco to promote walking, biking, and just generally taking advantage of the streets that are open and car-free. But it is more than that. I think it's also a chance for the residents of San Francisco to reconnect not only with themselves, but also the rich, diverse neighborhoods that connect our community. We have been very fortunate to have this program embraced by both residents and merchants, and the rapid spread of this program is a testimonial of how popular it has become. This program would not have been possible without the cooperation from our fellow city agencies, as well as the mayor's office and all the private partners that we have that I will get into in a little bit. And speaking of the mayor's office, I would like to introduce Mr. Edwin M, Mayor of San Francisco.
Thank you. Thanks, Mon. Thank you. Good morning. I'm very happy to be here and joining our supervisor for District 3 and President of the Board, David Chu, and also our sponsors for kicking off this year's Sunday Streets. Many of you know Sunday Streets, it's now been around for about 3 years. Since 2008, we began with a couple of events. We were learning from some great cities throughout the world, particularly Bogota, Colombia, where we had learned from that mayor and from some international leaders how wonderful that event was in terms of not only just taking over the streets, but connecting up with our neighborhoods. And if you know anything about me, having been a former DPW director and city administrator and now mayor, you know that I have a passion for just linking up all of the neighborhoods in the city as much as possible. And I'll talk about that later because it becomes invaluable to events like what we've seen in Japan to really have strong neighborhoods. But what I want to announce today is next Sunday, March 20th, is the first of 8 planned Sunday Streets kickoffs. And next Sunday we begin in the Embarcadero. It'll be linking up Fisherman's Wharf. And it'll have links to all over from Terry Francois Boulevard all the way up to Fisherman's Wharf. And it'll be our first. And we'll have one every single month, beginning this month, all the way through the beginning of winter. And I want to thank our sponsors this year. Bank of America is a big sponsor this year, along with our traditional sponsors. I think they're AT&T, and it's also been the Bay Area Quality District, our Bicycle Coalition, our Livable Streets. They've all been great sponsors with the city. And this year, what I want to do is announce that we have a brand new route. In addition to 7, which we'll do all over the city and we've done before, we're going to add Chinatown and North Beach to our Sunday Streets. That's going to be wonderful. And it's one that I've been personally trying to oversee as the city administrator, working with our Livable Streets and our Chinatown Chamber of Commerce, our Chinatown Merchants Association. They're all very excited, and we're literally going to be looking at the way we have been using Grant Avenue all the way through North Beach, from California through across Broadway all the way to North Beach. And so we'll have more details about that. But we don't have the date announced for that yet. We're working out all the details, and as you know we will listen carefully to all of the needs and concerns of our merchants along the area, residents, and make sure it's successful. The nice part of Sunday Streets, it's not just the physical closing of the streets. It's really the way we work with all elements of our community. Make sure that we bring out things that are great for kids, for families. The merchants will have an opportunity to kind of reprioritize the way that they welcome their traditional visitors and buyers. We're not selling this as another street fair, if you will. It's very different. Its emphasis will be on the use of the streets and the use of our alleyways, particularly in Chinatown, and how they can be opened up for different creative uses. So we'll be creatively working with our school districts, with our public health departments, with our social service departments, and rethinking how we could use the streets to do everything from exercising, from introducing new ways of playing on our streets, and to make sure that they're safe, and make sure that there are new people that want to kind of not look solely at traffic and react to it, but look at new ways of using our streets. That's the important part. That's what we're trying to do with these Sunday streets. So I know the people behind me are committed. They're excited about working with the city. This is an official sponsorship that we do with our neighborhoods. And I said earlier, what I'm all about in terms of my year being a mayor here is I want to make sure that we have events like Sunday Streets, have events like our clean teams that we do on Saturdays, where members of the community come out and work with all of us together to kind of know who they call on 311 every day. There's not a faceless person. There's people that really want to connect up with the neighborhoods. Because if you have strong neighborhoods, if you have our MTA working with our public health, working with our public works, working with our fire and our police officers, working together with resident associations, merchant associations, the new groups, the environmental groups that have sprung up over many, many years of concern about our environment and our climate change and the use of our oceans. When you have us working together to celebrate things like different uses of our streets, you start building a stronger connection so that when events do challenge us, we are stronger for that very purpose, that we're already working together, that we're no stranger to breaking down bureaucratic walls, whether it's our libraries, whether it's our police departments, whether it's our fire departments. We're used to doing all of that. That makes us a more stronger, connected city. And ultimately, it is about making a city connected all the way. I'm excited that our Bicycle Coalition is going to be working with me on even opening up even more of our streets as we introduce companies whose workers want to ride to work every single day. That's exciting. So I want to announce today that it's the kickoff for our Sunday streets, announcing an additional one. So we're having them every single month. There'll be a Sunday designated. The dates are already set, and we'll be adding another more. So we'll have a total of 8 this year. We're not beating 2009. I think they had 9 events, right? Oh, okay. And 2008 we had I think 6 events in 2008. So we're actually building upon all of our experiences, getting more people involved, different people, and people of all walks of life. So thank you very much, Bon.
And as Mayor Lee mentioned earlier, the first event is going to be March 20th, next Sunday, and the venue is the Central and Northeast Waterfront, and it spans communities that are represented by our President of the Board of Supervisors, David Chu. He would like to say a few words. Supervisor Chu.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I want to echo how excited I am in following Mayor Lee about the events that we're about to kick off. In particular, I want to talk about the very special neighborhoods that will be included in Sunday Streets this year. I think most of you know that the neighborhoods of San Francisco are the densest neighborhoods west of the Mississippi. And the 2 neighborhoods that are being added to Sunday Streets today, North Beach and Chinatown, are the densest neighborhoods within the densest neighborhoods west of the Mississippi. Chinatown and North Beach are not just the most historic, the oldest, and some of the most important neighborhoods that we have here in San Francisco, but these are neighborhoods that have very little open space. In both North Beach and Chinatown, we don't have front porches. We don't have backyards. We don't have many places for people to play, for young people to run around. And what Sunday Streets is going to mean for the residents of Chinatown and North Beach will be an opportunity for all of our generations to join the rest of the city in playing. For our young people, for our families, and for our seniors. And this is why it's so wonderful to be here as part of this kickoff announcement for Sunday Streets, but also for this new announcement about the inclusion of Chinatown and North Beach. These are 2 neighborhoods that have been in recent years working in close partnership. And I want to thank the neighborhood associations, the resident groups, and the merchant groups who have come here today to partner with our city government, our city agencies who are represented here, as well as our wonderful nonprofits, Livable City, Walk SF, the San Francisco Bike Coalition that have had this vision for many years in how we take back our streets. And of course, I want to thank our corporate sponsors without whom this event would not happen. So I hope to see all of you playing on the streets in the coming months. I will be riding on my bike, and I expect to see you guys on your bike, on your big wheels, on your feet, enjoying the sun or enjoying the occasional cloud. Thank you for being here.
Supervisor Chu mentioned the importance of partnerships, and one of the major partners we have in this effort is Livable Cities, and especially Susan King, who handles the day-to-day operations of this program. So without her, things would be a lot more difficult to manage. So I really appreciate all the help she's given us. And Susan, I'd like to say a few words.
Okay, thanks. Great. Thank you. Yes, I'd like to introduce myself as the man behind the curtain. Obviously not a man, but there's a lot that goes on to make Sunday Streets happen. It's a wonderful collaboration between city agencies, nonprofits, small businesses, social service agencies, and it really is a truly wonderful collaboration. And Livable City is proud to be at the center of that, really helping to make sure everything kind of goes off without a hitch. We try to address any concerns. We are not responsible for the weather. I've put in a call, but I haven't heard back, so we'll just have to see how that goes. But nonetheless, it's really an exciting opportunity for people to get out and explore new neighborhoods, explore their own city, meet their neighbors. We've mentioned a few of our partners, and I just really wanted to give a shout out to some of the groups that have played a really important part by providing resources that make this free event really possible. First off, one big change this year is the event is going from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. This change was precipitated by people who wanted the event to go longer in the day, but also because we're reaching out to religious institutions and churches. And for many of them, Sunday is a day of worship. By moving it back an hour, this really gives those people an opportunity to carry about with their morning business and their morning worship and still have time to come out and enjoy the day. So we're really, this evolution is really going to help reach more people than we have been. A couple of our major sponsors this year, Bank of America is our lead partner, and we really thank them for their leadership gift. AT&T, another strong sponsor, both of whom are really pitching in. The Bay Area Air Quality Management District is one of our longest sponsors, going back to 2008. The Department of Rec and Parks. All of the parks that we events take place on are Rec and Park property. Shape Up San Francisco, California Pacific Medical Center. The American Red Cross provides all of our emergency medical. The San Francisco Bicycle Coalition runs our volunteer program. California Outdoor Roller Sports Association provides the fun on 8 wheels and has also a lot of the sound equipment that we use at these events. City Car Share, Bike and Roll, Blazing Saddle, Bay City Bike all provide necessary resources. The Port, San Francisco Federal Credit Union, the Exploratorium is joining us this year because they're moving out to the waterfront. And you're going to hear a little bit later from the Fisherman's Wharf Pier 39 folks about their collaboration with us for March 20th. Thank you.
Sunday Streets is all about biking, walking, and getting there by transit. So these are all very healthy activities. And speaking of healthy activities, we're very pleased to have the Department of Public Health as one of our major partners. I'd like to introduce Christine Gerda from the Health Department.
Good afternoon. And Shape Up San Francisco is so excited that we are once again doing Sunday Streets. Sunday Streets is the perfect epitome of what Shape Up San Francisco is about. It's creating the environments that make it easy and fun for people to get out there and play, be physically active. Livable Streets is incredibly important to this. I'm very grateful to the city as a whole for coming together and offering these fun, safe places for people to get out and play. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
As Susan mentioned earlier, one of our major partners and nonprofits is the Bicycle Coalition. They're responsible for helping us organize all the volunteers, and we're totally indebted to them. It wouldn't have happened without their support. So I'd like to introduce Leah Sham, the Executive Director of the Bicycle Coalition.
Good morning. Thank you, first of all, to all our friends in Chinatown for welcoming us back. My first Sunday Street started out right here. Was it 3 years ago? It's amazing it's been that long, and we've grown so much. And I have to say, I think I just want to echo and really recognize what Mayor Lee said. This really is about connecting our neighborhoods. When do we see folks from neighborhoods across the city coming out on their bikes, on their skateboards, in their strollers, on their 2 feet, and really walking, enjoying, linking neighborhood to neighborhood? I love to come here and sample some of the amazing food, to go to Fisherman's Wharf and to be there not as a tourist, but as a local, to go to the Mission and check out the flavor of 24th Street, to go to Golden Gate Park and connect to Ocean Beach. This event really is about displaying the best of San Francisco for those of us who live here. It's not only healthy, it's not only great for the environment, it's not only a great way to give the family activity at a low cost, but it is a great way to appreciate our city, and I think that's what I love most about it. I'll just share also that I'm really thrilled that we're seeing the spirit and lessons learned in Sunday Streets come home every day to regular life. I know several families whose children learn to ride their bikes during Sunday Streets. Sunday Streets was their backyard, was their front yard, was the place that their kids could learn to ride their own 2 wheels. And now those kids are riding to school some days. They're riding to Golden Gate Park. They're enjoying the city on their own. So it really is an event that keeps giving and giving in regular life too, not just on the event days. And I have to plug, this event wouldn't happen, of course, with all the amazing city leadership, without all of the amazing, generous sponsors. It also wouldn't happen without hundreds of volunteers. So I'm going to ask right now, everyone, please spread the word. We still need hundreds of volunteers for this upcoming season. Check out sundaystreetssf.com. Yes. sundaystreetssf.com. There are lots of opportunities to help out. It wouldn't happen without lots of folks just like us out there volunteering. So join us and enjoy what is, I think, one of the best activities in all of San Francisco. Thank you all so much.
As you know, this year's lead sponsor is Bank of America. We're very pleased to have them on board. I would like to introduce Michelle Briga from the B of A.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the 8,000 associates here in the Bay Area of Bank of America, we're looking forward to coming down to Sunday Streets and taking advantage of all the healthy, wonderful outdoor activities that this event is going to have to offer. At Bank of America, we know that private sector support is critical in bringing these events to the community, and we're happy to be able to support this event this year. Neighborhood excellence is very much a philanthropic focus for the bank, so our support of these neighborhood type activities makes a lot of sense for us. So if you want to find out more about our neighborhood activities, I invite you to visit our website and find out more at Neighborhood Excellence Initiative. Thank you.
Another major sponsor is AT&T, and we're very glad that they're on board for the last several years. And now I'd like to introduce Teddy Verhees from AT&T.
Hi, well, good morning. On behalf of a native San Franciscan and a resident raising my family here, I can say that my 5-year-old learned how to ride his bike during our Sunday Streets last year. So this is, I want to thank the leadership of San Francisco, our organizations, our nonprofits, our public and private sector. And I do have to thank President Chu, because it was a day I was sitting in his office when Tom walked in and we started talking about Sunday Streets. And a couple days later, he secured the sponsorship. So it's all about working together and connecting, and it's a great opportunity. So thank you for bringing all of us together for this wonderful event and to help us celebrate the beauty and of San Francisco. Thank you.
We have both new and old partners, and one of the oldest we have in this program is the Fisherman's Wharf Community Business Benefit District, and representing them here today is Kevin Carroll from the Executive Director. So the first event is in his backyard, so you'd like to say a few words?
Thank you very much. I grew up playing on Fisherman's Wharf, so to have an event in our backyard is really exciting Fisherman's Wharf wants to thank the City of San Francisco, Mayor Lee, and President Chu for their support and their partnership with us on Sunday Streets. As I mentioned, we started with Sunday Streets when it began 4 years ago, and we're really pleased to welcome San Franciscans and people from the Bay Area back down to Fisherman's Wharf this Sunday. It will be nice out, and we're going to host a great family fitness event right on the center of Fisherman's Wharf. We'll have a rock climbing wall, roller skating, Zumba lessons, all sorts of activities for people and families to enjoy. And our partners at Pier 39 are also going to have activities at the front of their location, as well as music for people to enjoy. So again, we just want to thank you, invite you to come down and enjoy Sunday Streets and to enjoy Fisherman's Wharf next Sunday. Thank you.
As we conclude, I'd like to thank our media partners also, Clear Channel and the San Francisco Examiner, for helping us get the word out. And I also see Tom Radulovich in the audience. He's the executive director of Livable City, who's our major nonprofit partner. Lastly, just want to thank all the partners from our city sister agencies, folks like Public Works, PUC, the Port, Rec and Park, Health Department, and every police department, and last of all, not least, the SFMTA staff for getting this program together. I want to thank every one of them for their great contribution. So we'll see you this Sunday, and looking forward to biking, walking, and if you can make it, get there by transit. Yeah. See you soon.
Press conference, but I did want to invite you to speak to many of our members and our partners. We have the president of the North Beach Merchants,